Where on earth have I been all week? Well, I've had a hectic week last week. I've not done a vlog since I went to the Knitting and Stitch show, which is, a week Sunday turned. So today's going to be a mega vlog. There's the Knitting and Stitch show, there's a project that I've been working on, and I went to Little Legs Fabrics as well. So fabric may have been bought. I'm Christine the Gemini Stitcher. Welcome to my sewing space. Yes, I say that every time, but I do welcome you most sincerely. I love sharing what I've been up to with you guys, and I love hearing what you've been doing as well. So let me know how you're coping with the dreaded start of Vlogmas. I'm not doing it this year. I've decided to bow out from the Vlogmas madness. I get to about day 7 and it starts to become a grind. So I just thought I'd give myself a break, and this channel is going to be a Christmas free zone. Fingers crossed. So welcome to your Christmas free sewing sanctuary. What have I been up to? Wind the clock back to a week Sunday turned, and I went to the Knitting and Stitch show in Harrogate with Steph and Sharon. We had the best time ever. I didn't do any vlogging. I gave myself the day off to experience the full Harrogate show and really enjoyed it. So we met lots of people there, and I met a special lady called Sheila. So if you're watching, Sheila from Northumberland, big kiss and a hug to you, lady. You made my day. She was determined to find me, and I told her to look out for Steph or Sharon because they're a lot taller than me, and I tend to hide in the crowd unintentionally. So Sheila found Sharon, and Sharon took her to me. So we had a hug and a chat, and it was absolutely lovely. And everybody else who came and gave me a hug on the day as well, thank you, you made my day. But the Knitting and Stitch show is all about having a mooch, catching up with friends. I caught up with Judy from Running So and So, not seen Judy for ages. And she actually cheekily recorded me on her vlog. So if you want to see my Nuala cape, as it's called, I was calling it the Nuala cape. I've been corrected. I apologise. It's the Nuala cape from Coralie Bichon. There is a little clip in Judy's Harrogate show vlog. So pop over there and have a nosy. But what did I buy at the show? I tried to be sensible, but I got a little teeny bit carried away. I actually did a lot better than I have done in previous years. I bought with intention, and I only bought 4 fabrics. So let's grab them and then we can have a chat about them together. So here they are. I actually bought 5, but the 5th one is some fat quarters and they're for quilting, so I'm only counting my garment making fabrics in my stash control plan, if you like. So I bought 4 dressmaking fabrics. I've got an idea what I'm going to make with all of them, so let's have a look at them together. I'm going to do them in order that I purchased them. I'm really sorry, I've not made a note of what stores I bought them from, so they are quite random. I actually bought 5 dressmaking fabrics, not 4. I just remembered another one and I've added it to the pile. So let's have a chat about what I bought, what I think I'm going to make with them, and any ideas you guys have got. So the first thing that I'm going to show you is my fat quarter bundle. Now this is bumbleberries. Yeah, they're all over the place, but I don't know if you can see, it's a glitter version. Never even opened this yet, so we'll open it together. So it was reduced because we went on the Sunday. I think we did get a few little discounts that you wouldn't have got on the other days, and I've got to say it was much more manageable. The crowds weren't huge, and Sunday I think is the day that I will continue to go to Harrogate Knitting and Stitch On for sure. So I've got 6 fat quarters in this bundle. It should have been £25 and I've got it for 20. So a little bit of a bargain there. So we'll go through the colours. So there's a gold one with glitter. We can see a little bit of the glitter there. Oh, I like this blue one. It's like a denim blue. Very, very nice, that one. A neutral, sort of beigey silvery colour. A bit of orange. Love a bit of orange. A red one with sparkle. They've all got sparkle. And a true silver one. So I've got 6 fat quarters there. I haven't got a Scooby-Doo what I'm going to make with it. So hit me with your ideas. What can I make with them? Or do I just keep them in my quilting stash and blend them in with other projects? I think that's what I am going to do for when I need a little bit of sparkle in a project. I can grab one of these. So let's talk dressmaking fabric, shall we? I recently made the Brooklyn trousers from Maison Fauve. I'll pop an image of me there in my cord ones. They were done as a wearable toile with the cord costing about £11 from Abercarn's, and I wanted to make them in a check wool fabric. Didn't have any in my stash that was lightweight enough, so I found this. It's a chocolate brown and it's got like a mustard and a pink check running through it. Now it's a 50-50 wool polyester split, which means it'll be great to go into I'm going to say sewing machine then, in the washing machine, and be reasonably hard wearing, because wool trousers, if they're pure wool, 1, they itch like buggery, and 2, they don't last with me, particularly if the hubster decides he's doing the washing for me and doing a favour. The number of clothes of mine that he's shrunk by just putting them on a boil wash isn't worth talking about. So I want to make the Brooklyns in that. Now bear in mind, I'm doing Christmas projects at the moment that I can't show. Well, I'm going to show you one. So none of this sewing is going to get done until January and February. But that's okay. That's okay. So if you watch me regularly, you'll remember my vlog before I went to the Knit and Stitch was one of my plans was that I wanted some nice lace fabric and asked if anybody could recommend a stall to go and look on. Well, obviously nobody did, but I found it myself. What do we think of this? It's 100% cotton. I think I paid about £16 a metre for it. I've got 1.5 metres of it, and I want to make the Tempete blouse that we made in Anglesey but in lace. Now it is a little bit see-through-y. You can see me, can't you? So I was undecided whether I needed to line the bodice. The jury's still out. I haven't got any fabric to line it. I'd have to find some, buy some. Oops. Could line it in a plain black. The girls have suggested that I don't line it and I just get myself some nice underwear for underneath it. There's a plan. So the Tempete blouse is going to get made in that beautiful lace fabric. Then on the same stall that I found the lace, I found this. feel-o-vision, necessary. It's a faux suede. It feels like it's like nubuck leather. Oh, absolutely beautiful. Now, I've been on the hunt for some of this, and I know you can get it all over the place, but I have a thing about what it feels like on the inside, and a lot of them feel very polyestery, I've got to say. And the first thing I do, Steph will tell you, when we see some of this fabric, is turn it over, and then I go, oh no, and walk away. I just can't stand that feel next to my skin. But let's get to the inside of this. This one, so that's the outside, faux suede. And that's the inside, faux suede as well. Oh, that is gonna be gorgeous. So, I think I got 2 meters of this. I got a bit carried away because I loved it that much. And what I want to try and do is make a skirt. I did think I was going to make trousers with it. I've had a think, and I'm going to make a panelled skirt. And the one I want to make is an itch to stitch pattern. I'll pop the image up there and the name of the pattern below because I can't remember it. But that's the pattern at the moment that I'm thinking I want to make this in. If you've got other ideas, it's not cast in stone, so give me a shout, let me know. Have you got a pattern that would work really well for this? I could make a dress. I did sort of think that it would look good as the solifloor, but I've already made one of those in a leopard print, Ditsy leopard print, very similar colours to this, so it'd be a bit samey. So I'm thinking a skirt and maybe a little matching gilet that's lined on the inside with some shearling or some fur. Oh, I'm getting carried away now. Right. And then that. So, Tempete blouse, itch to stitch skirt and matching little gilet that will keep me a bit warmer with my see-through lace blouse underneath. So that is a complete outfit sorted. Chuffed to bits. So that was me done, really. It really was. However, we went to Rowie's, of Rowie's Material World, the lovely Rowie. The only time we get to see his products are at the show because he's in Leicester and he doesn't do online. And he had a really good chat with Roy about it. He does every single show, and he said, I'm sure he said he'd not been home for about 9 weeks. He'd just been going from show to show to show. Hats off to you, Roy, that is amazing. But obviously worth it for your business, and that's his business plan and it works for him. And I was telling him that I've stopped ordering online, and he totally agreed with what I was saying. And it was really nice to hear it from the other end, because he said taking photographs of fabric is an absolute nightmare, and the complaints you get when people are disappointed isn't very nice. So he agreed with me, shop in person, and maybe sometime next year Steph and I, maybe even Sharon, will have a little trip over to Leicester. It's a bit of a bind to get to for us, so it will obviously be a stopover somewhere. So if you know somewhere nice to stay near Leicester that doesn't break the bank, let me know. But from Roy's I bought 2 fabrics, and the first one I've copied Steph. Look at this viscose ponte, absolutely gorgeous. He had loads of colours, but I just loved the colour that Steph had. So there was enough for me to get, I let her get hers first, and then there was enough for me to get 2 meters of this, and I'm hoping that I can get a loungewear set out of it. 2 meters, possibly might just do it. Might have to do a bit of mix and matchy, with another fabric for the top. I'm going to cut the trousers out first, which are going to be the Olos. They're my new favourite lounge pant pattern. 2 pieces and a waistband, perfect. Fit is good as well. So they're going to be the Olos and the matching top that they do, if I can get it out of this fabric. If not, I'll just look for one of my sweatshirts that I can put another colour with. Maybe some cream would look nice with it. But loungewear, oh, loving it. And that was £12 a metre for good quality viscose ponte, made up with that. Wish I'd have bought more colours, but I was trying to be sensible with my purchases. So speaking of sensible, that was me done. I said I don't need anything else. I bought 4 fabrics plus a bit of quilting fabrics and I'm done. But this caught my eye on Roy's. What do we think of this satin viscose? It is so floaty. It's going to be an absolute mare to sew with. So, you know, Microtex needles, spray, best press, and some decent pins. Lots and lots of pins are going to be necessary for this. So I don't know what I'm going to make with it. I think I got 2 meters of it. So it might make a spill the tea blouse to go, because I wanted to try both the, can't remember the name of the other one, I'll put it below and put some images here. These are the 2 blouses I want to try. I've already got fabric for that one and I wanted some for the spill the tea, so I might do the spill the tea blouse in that. So that was my fabrics I bought at the Knit and Stitch. And I just bought one other gadget that I think everybody's got already, but I didn't have, and I was getting FOMO. I did buy one other thing at the Knitting and Stitch show, and it's already been aired on Judy's vlog from the Stitch show. So if you don't know what it is, bob over to Judy's vlog and have a nosy, because I make a guest appearance in there. Thanks, Judy. That was such a lovely surprise. Okay. So I've got fabric from Little Legs, but I thought we'd break it into 2 halves because this is going to be a mega vlog. So I have been making things, but this week, but they have not been garments. The first thing that I've made is, well, made a start on, is a lap quilt for the hubster as part of his Christmas box. I am sick to death of him nicking mine. So I made a rag quilt last time for myself. Not sure it's my style. I know it's the effect, it's meant to be fluffy and snuggly. The dogs chew the seams and rag it around. It really doesn't work for me. So when I was making one for the hubster, I went on to Sweet Pea Embroidery Designs and I found a quilt on there. I'll pop an image of it up here. Can't remember the name. I think it's called their Abstract Star or something to do with star quilts anyway. So I got that pattern and I'm making it up, but I'm making it up in my autumnal Moda cotton flannels. So I'll just grab one of the blocks that I've made and then you can get a little bit of an idea of what I'm trying to do. Here it is. So each block, star block, has 4 panels to it. So they're the colours that I'm using. And you can see my autumnal leaf pattern from my Moda layer cake in the middle there. I'm going to put them out on a worktop and pop it up there so that you can see how the blocks come together. But they're the ones that I'm doing. They are machine embroidered, so it's done like a plique at the top and then satin stitched the 2 together, and then they are quilted, one with lines, one with sort of a floral leafy kind of quilting pattern in the top. So I'm going to make the quilt, 3 blocks wide by 4 blocks long, I think. And then they also do on Sweet Pea Designs autumnal borders. So I bought that pattern as well, which I'll pop up here. So I'm going to edge it all in the autumnal borders. Probably, so these have been done in the patterned and the plain is a green. And then I've got some rust coloured flannel that I'm going to use for the borders to bring it all together. Obviously, it's a Christmas present. And what I've decided, I've got this one to do. I've got 3 more that are all part finished, you know, because nothing gets done straight away, does it? I'm working my way through them. And they're all going to be gifted at Christmas. But what I'm going to do is record a little vlog before I wrap them up and show you what I've made. And then that will air as part of my first vlog in January. But that's what I'm doing, or what a part of what I've been doing this week, creating the blocks for the Hubster's lap quilt. And the second thing that I've been doing, you may have noticed when I started this blog, it had a little sponsored thing, icon showing in the corner. This vlog has been sponsored by Babylon Leather. Now, by that, I don't mean that they're paying me to do this vlog. They sent me one of their kits to try and to review it for you guys. So that's what we're going to do next. It's not done on a sewing machine. It's hand stitching. I know, Christine and hand stitching don't go together. But having said that, I'm the perfect candidate to be a guinea pig for one of their kits. So the kit that I chose was the Lindy bag. There's an image of the Lindy coming up there. I wanted a bag that could be a handbag, a crossbody bag, basically something that does everything. Handbag, crossbody bag, lots of room in it, but not too bulky. And I think that the Lindy bag hits that brief spot on. Now, their bags are made with beautifully soft cowhide leather. Mine was textured finish, and you get everything in the kit that you need to make your bag with. So over here now you're going to see the Babylon Leather site, and I'm going to show you how easy it is to order one of their kits. Now, at the moment they have got a Black Friday sale on, which means you get a whopping 30% off their kits. But if you go through my affiliate link below and use the code Christine10, which will pop up there, and I will pop it in the details below as well, then you get an additional 10% off. So let's go to Babylon Leather and I'll show you some of the amazing bags that they have on there. I definitely want to make another one. I want to make one for the spring and summer. So let's have a look at what is going to be my next bag project. So there's lots of bags on here, guys. Love that Kelly style bag. I'm looking for one for the spring and summer. Maybe that one, the garden party leather tote, might work. Let's have a look at that one. So that one comes in caramel and white. Caramel, what about peacock blue? So caramel and white, caramel, all those colours. We'll have a think about that one maybe for the spring and summer. Quite like that one, the large leather tote. Can see me having a lot of these bags in my stash. I like that one. I think I do want one of their Birkin style ones. Oh, I like that one. Ooh, I do like that one. Let's have a look at that one. It's got tigers on it and it's white. How gorgeous is that? I've just got a feeling that's going to be my spring summer bag. So I hope you could see that it's really easy and really good value for money. So if you want to take advantage of the Black Friday sale, it's on until Friday the 5th of December. And there may be other offers in the new year, who knows, but they make a great gift. So if you know somebody who's crafty or you want one yourself, just send my affiliate link to somebody with the discount code and wait for Santa to deliver it. But let's look at the bag I made, shall we? Here it is. Yes, I chose green. This is the Lindy bag. And how beautiful is that? I've got my little horsey on. He's well cute. Got to name him yet, so give me a name for my horse on my bag. So the Lindy has an unusual buckle where the two zip flaps make your bag super secure by the locking mechanism. So to get in it, you've got to undo the lock, pull the tabs off and open the zips. Obviously you're not going to do this on camera while trying to balance it on your hand. Inside is a whopping big bag, loads of space in there. Now I chose the medium size because I wanted one that would be one fits all. If I'm going to a social, I could just fit all my overlocking threads in there, couldn't I, that I'm taking with me. It's not going to be for that. It's going to be my everyday one bag does all, because I get fed up of keep changing my bags and then I lose my car keys, I lose the house keys, I lose my credit cards because I can't remember what bag I've put them in. So this is going to be my one fits all bag for the autumn and winter. And it goes great with my colour scheme for autumn and winter as well. So yeah, absolutely loving it. Now it is all hand stitched, as I've already said. You get a full sew along for it, which was runs a little bit fast for me, so I slowed down the speed on my iPad. I watched it 2 or 3 times first from start to finish and then started making it. Now this has taken me a week to make it, but I've had a very busy week. I've had a lot on this week, so I've just been doing it in the evenings, and then I spent yesterday doing what they said would take 2 hours. Took me all day, girls, and I'll just show you why. The finish is superb. It's got piping, leather piping all the way around there, all the way around there, all the way around there, and then the same on the other side, and that's the last thing that you do. So you're sewing through 1, 2, 3, 4, about, in some parts you're sewing through 6 layers of fabric, of leather. Now that might seem ridiculous, but they do give you the needles to do it. They do the job, and all the holes are pre-punched into the leather pieces. So it's not hard to do, it's just time consuming. Well, it was for me, because I wanted to make sure that I lined all the holes up. So instead of just oiking it through, I was taking my time, making sure everything lined up before I pulled the next thread through. Now it is done with a saddle stitch or twin needle, and they show you in the vlog how to do it. And popping up here, I'd realised that on my trip to Anglesey, I hadn't shown you my finished solifloor dress when we did our catwalk. So there's a few images popping up here of me in my solifloor with my new Lindy bag, and I'm really chuffed with it. Thanks to Babylon Leather for allowing me to review this bag kit. I would say it's suitable for beginners. Take your time with it. Do it in little chunks. And if you're doing the Lindy bag, be prepared for all the leather piping that you've got to sew in at the end. There are lots of other bag options on their site. I'll be scrolling through a few of them as we talk here. And yeah, if you fancy or you know somebody who would like to make their own leather bag, then please use my link. There are a few other vloggers who have all done this virtually at the same time, because we're clever like that. So bob over to Alison, Sew Like Dotty, she's made a bag, and also Jasmine from Jazzleberry Sews, she's made a bag, and they're all different, that's the thing. So there's 3 different bags that I'm aware of this week that have gone live on YouTube. So go and have a look at their bags, you might prefer them. But bob back to mine and use my affiliate link. No, just use any one of them. We're all in this together and we've all made amazing bags. So, on Wednesday last week, I took some of the ladies from my sewing social over to Little Legs Fabrics, because when we launched the social, Sarah at Little Legs very kindly gave me a discount code for everybody who attended for 20% off. So I took some of the ladies who hadn't been there before to Little Legs to cash in on their 20% off. So here we are. It's all still in the bag, so we're going to take it out together because that's how busy I've been. I've not even taken the Little Legs stuff out of the bag. So we'll put it down here, and I apologise if there's any rustling noises. So the first thing was a little bit boring but essential. I needed some new woven cotton interfacing, and they had this, I think it was about £7 something a metre, which is a really good price. So I got 2 metres of cotton interfacing. Then I went upstairs where they have their remnants, and I got this. There's 75 centimetres of it with £7, and it says it's flawed. So let's see if we can see what's wrong with it. But look at that. It's a washed cord. And I've got that much. I'm trying to see, but I can't see. I should have asked, shouldn't I, what the flaw was, because I can't find anything wrong with that. So I got that remnant, 75 centimetres, and thought, oh, that'll make a nice bag. But then when I went back downstairs, they had it on the roll. And I then thought, actually, I can make an outfit and use the 75 centimetres. So I got another 1.5 metres of this. I haven't got a Scooby-Doo, what I'm going to make with it. I did kind of think I would make some dungarees, but I have a thing with trousers having patterns on, and it's quite a big bold pattern on this. So I've got about 2.5, maybe 2.5 metres, no, 2.25 metres. I might make, because I don't have any skirts in my wardrobe, none. Don't know why I don't wear them, but I do want to start making a few. And this might be made up as a skirt. It might be another one of the itch to stitch panel skirts, or I might make it up like a denim skirt, a long line denim. And if there's enough, or instead of, I might make one of the Barra Studios Thea shackets, because I do like that shacket pattern. So it might just be scrap the skirt do the shacket. So I'm going to cut the shacket out, I think, and see how much I've got left. Or do I do the skirt? Let me know, shacket or skirt in this fabric. Russell flipping Russell. So then, the other fabric I found upstairs in the reduced part was this. I know, navy blue, not a colour I normally choose, but it's got raised like velour little flowers on it, and it's absolutely gorgeous. So there's 2 meters of this for £16, and it's a poly viscose mix. I've not really looked at it, I just thought, oh, that's different, £16 bargain, we'll have that one. So it is quite stretchy. Let's see how thick it is. It's actually not bad on the thickness, but really quite stretchy. So I thought that I might make a Rowie dress in it. What do you think? Or a Rowie top. But there's 2 meters. If I make a Rowie top, I'll have enough to make a different top as well. Or do the Rowie top and a little cardigan to go with it so it all matches and it's nice and cozy and layering. Ooh, there's an idea. Let's have a think on that one. So potentially Rowie top or dress. If it's the top, possibly a layering garment to go over the top of it as well. But really nice, stretchy, and feels quite nice. So I was pleased with that bargain. £16. Bargain. So that's only £8 a metre I paid for that. I bet it was a lot more than that because it's absolutely beautiful fabric. Thanks, little legs. So then, last but not least, I went all snuggly, and they had some melange fleece fabrics. I think it was about £8 a metre. So I got 2 meters of this. Absolutely love it. Can't decide whether I want to make a sweatshirt type top out of it or whether I want to make a zip up. I think I'm erring towards a zip up top because it's fleece. It's quite thin, well, medium fleece. But as a top, I can see me getting a little bit hot in it. So if you know any zip up, maybe with a hood, jackets that would look good in a fleece, hit me with them, because I've got 1 or 2 that I've done to death in my pattern stash, but I'm after a new one. Now I have got the new one from Itch to Stitch, the Oreo, so maybe I could make an Oreo in it. Oh, actually, that would work well because it's one of my 20 odd patterns that I've not used yet. Now I know the Oreo is made for woven fabric, but this is quite a structured fabric. Definitely doing that. That is the Oreo. It's good to talk, isn't it? Now, those of you who follow me and watch me avidly, thank you for all your support. You will have realised I normally do 2 vlogs a week, one usually on a Monday and one usually on a Thursday. So not only am I not doing Vlogmas and vlogging every day in December this year, I'm cutting it down to 1 vlog a week for the foreseeable. I've got a lot going on and I don't want to overface myself and overwhelm myself by feeling, oh gosh, I've not done my vlog, blah, blah, blah. So 1 mega vlog a week on a Monday. I know, it's Tuesday. Okay, cut the girls some slack. I was finishing my bag off yesterday. And speaking of bags, don't forget, if you want one of the bags from Babylon Leathers, or you want somebody to buy you one and put it under the tree for you, then just copy and paste the link below and the code, which is Christine10, and you can get 40% off until Friday. So take care. I hope the season isn't getting too much for you. I hope you've had an escape from it all, the madness, etc. today. And I will see you all next Monday, where I'm going to, well, I won't be here. I'll be in Gran Canaria. Woohoo! But I am putting a vlog out next Monday, and it's going to be the Battle of the Loungewear sets. So I did do the Carla loungewear set, and then I did the named clothing, Olo, and can't remember the name of the top, put it underneath. And I'll be doing a comparison of those two patterns and deciding which one wins. So if you're interested in some chic loungewear and how I got on with mine, I'll see you next Monday. Happy sewing. Don't let the season get on top of you. Come back next Monday and we'll have a bit of escape the terrible sea. So I will see you Monday. Take care. Bye, guys.